Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. MTG Box Analysis here with some Jumpstart 2022. I figured today is release day, or at least pre-release day for MTG Foundations, and Jumpstart is back, so why not, while I'm at my local game store playing in some pre-release events and buying some packs, why don't I show you the last Jumpstart. So we've got 24 theme boosters here, each with 20 cards. There's a total of 834 cards in this set, and currently 85 of them are valued over $1. So let's see if we can't find some of the really good themes and some value in here. There's really 8 themes that we're going after, and I'll call them out if we see them. And that's assuming we can actually get these things open. All right, there we go. So these are not double wrapped, they are just single wrapped. So we got ourselves Detective coming in out of blue, and this is going to contain a Shimmer Dragon, followed by Hold for Questioning, Magnifying Glass in the Anime, Lumen Grid Sentinel with a Skilled Animator, then we're going to see a Dutiful Replicator with a Floodhound, followed by a Vidalcan Engineer, a Drown Yard Explorers with a Weldfast Wingsmith, Press for Answers, then Jace's Scrutiny, with a Thriving Isle and a collection of islands in the back there. All right, so there you go. That's a look at a standard theme. So let's go ahead and see if the second pack opens up any better for us. The number one card in the set to go after is Ristic Study. That's going to come in a blue theme called Go to School, of which there are 2 variants. But in the meantime, we got ourselves Cruel here coming in out of black. And we're going to see ourselves a Cruel Sadist coming in as our rare, followed by a Dread Slaver coming in as a backup rare, with a Conductor of Cacophony, Feast of the Fallen in anime, with a Festering Evil, Talon of Pain, Infernal Idol, followed by an Ossuary Rat, Creeping Bloodsucker, which is going to be a really good common, valued over $5. Then we're going to have a Hooded Assassin with an Alley Stranger, Mire Blight, Thriving Moor, and our swamps to support the theme. So if you're not familiar with Jumpstart, right, the whole goal is to take 2 of these packs, right, 2 random themes, put them together and make yourself a 40-card deck. So with the new Jumpstart in Foundations, so this set has 834 cards. The new Foundations Jumpstart has 780 cards. So it's still a pretty big and full set. So we got ourselves a mythic theme here. We got ourselves Urza's, which means we're going to see 2 really good cards in here. So we got ourselves, first up, we got Karn Liberated coming in, still valued over $3. And right behind it, we got ourselves the Walking Ballista, valued over $8. Awesome to see that. Then we get a Golem Artisan, a Meteor Golem, a Planner Atlas with an Urza's Factory, Lockthwain Gargoyle, Ruin Servitor, Mannequin with a Thought Mage's Familiar, Universal Solvent, an Alchemist Vial, an Expedition Map, which is another good rare. And then in the back here, instead of basic lands, we're going to see 3 Urza's Towers, 2 Urza's Power Plants, and 2 Urza's Mine. Very cool to see that. Those do hold some value for us. All right, so there we go. We got ourselves one really good theme. So let's just keep going and see if we can find another one. Another really good card to go after is Ashcoat of the Shadow Swarm. So that's going to come in out of black, and that's going to be in a theme called Unlucky 13. So if we can find that, we've got ourselves the number 1 hit. So we got ourselves a treasure, though, from red, with a Professional Facebreaker coming in as our rare, another really good rare valued almost at $5, with a Blood Aspirant. Then we're going to see a Pyre Sledge Arsonist, Rapacious Dragon in the anime, Barrage Ogre, Goldhound, with a Reckless Fireweaver, Dutiful Replicator, Brazen Freebooter, then the Gold Vein Pick, Improvised Weaponry, Welding Sparks, Thriving Bluff, and our Mountains. All right, there we go. 4 themes down. All unique. So far, no duplication. Duplication is certainly possible in a box. However, some of the themes, referred to as common themes, actually have 4 different variants. So, like, you could get 4 different grosses, and each one would be different. So, we got ourselves Gross, and that's going to contain a Massacre Worm coming in out of black. Very cool to see that. Massacre Worm is valued over $1. That'll be the only rare in that pack. Then we get a Skull Slither Worm with a Plague Crafter in anime, Leech Ridden Swamp, Yargle Glutton of Urborg, Infernal Idol, Blight Keeper, Black Cat with a Durable Coil Bug, Devouring Swarm, Eaten Alive. Then we're going to see the Grotesque Mutation, the Strangling Spores, and the Thriving Moor, and the accompanying Swamps. Unfortunately, the basic lands in this version of Jumpstart not as valuable as the basic lands in the original Jumpstart, because in the original OG Jumpstart, you only got one Jumpstart land, and the rest were from Core Set 2021. All right, so we got ourselves goblins here out of red, and this is going to contain Muxus Goblin Grande coming in as our rare, another really good rare valued over 5. Then we're going to see ourselves an arms dealer with a Volley Veteran Goblin Grenade. Then we got an Instruments of War with a Fanatical Firebrand, a Dragon Fodder, Goblin Trailblazer with a Rummaging Goblin, Goblin Researcher, Burn Bright, a Destructive Tampering, and a Thriving Bluff with the Mountains. All right, there we go. Kind of already running out of room. That's all right. We'll figure out a way to organize these and try and get them all on the screen. All right, so this next theme, another red one. So we got ourselves Experimental here. And this is going to contain Mizzix Replica Rider coming in as our rare, another rare over $1, with a Grotag Night Runner, Cyclops Electromancer, Spark of Creativity, Act on Impulse with a Thermo Alchemist, Spark Mage Apprentice, Catalyst Elemental, Goblin Researcher, Firebolt. Then we're going to see an Electric Revelation with an Electrify, and a Thriving Bluff with the corresponding mountains. All right, so we're going to stick that one right over there as we open up our last theme booster in stack number 1. Hope we get a couple of more mythic themes. All right, we got ourselves a goblins here. So we've already seen goblins once. Let's see if it's the exact same. So we are going to see this time Ardo's Cobbler of War coming in. So this is going to be a different variant of that theme. And behind it, we're going to see the Goblin Rabble Master coming in. Then we got a Hordling Outburst, Volley Veteran with a Goblin Rally, Goblin Grenade, the Torch Courier, Dragon Fodder, Rummaging Goblin, Goblin Researcher, Outnumber, Burn Bright, and a Thriving Bluff with the Mountains. So even though that was a kind of a second variant of Goblins, there were some cards that were repeated and others were brand spanking new to that theme. So if you're playing Jumpstart and you're cracking open packs with your friend, it would be great if you got 2 goblins, right? That would be awesome. All right, so this time around, we got ourselves Shapeshifters. Now, Shapeshifters, this is a mythic theme. There's only one variant of this, and we're going to see an $18 card. You ready? And there it is, pirated copy coming in, valued over $18. Big hit for us. This is our most valuable theme so far. Directly behind it, we're going to see the Gigantoplasm, unfortunately not a high value rare. Then we're going to see ourselves Mirror Image in the anime with a Bloodline Pretender, Lookout's Dispersal, an Heirloom Blade with a Universal Automation, Amoeboid Changeling, the Mistwalker, the Lasharja Kinseekers, a Chilling Trap, Crashing Tide with a Thriving Isle, and the Islands. All right, very cool to see that. So we got ourselves now 2 mythic themes. We got ourselves Urzas, and we got ourselves Shapeshifters, and we got some really good value on the board. At least that's my perception thus far. These boxes aren't terribly expensive. I don't know why. They should be valued a little bit higher, considering that 85 of the 834 cards are valued over $1, 7 are valued over 10, and 19 are valued over $5. So we got ourselves Gigantic here out of green, and this is going to contain Renundi Behemoth Caller coming in. Very cool to see this. Is valued, or does have some value. Very cool. And then we're going to see ourselves an Engulfing Slagworm with a Paradise Druid. Then we got a Thrashing Brontodon, Towering Gibbon with an Enlarge. Then we got a Colossal Dreadmaw, an Undo Giant, Mammoth Spider. Then we're going to see a Prey Upon with an Overgrowth, a Giant of, or excuse me, Gift of Gargantuan. Then we're going to see a Thriving Grove and the Forest. Wow. All right. Totally butchered that card name, but that's okay. I'm sure it was a 3-cent card. All right. So let's just keep rolling on here. So if we can pick up an Unlucky 13, a Go to School, or even a multi-headed, I think we'd be doing really good. So we got ourselves a Think Again coming in out of blue, and this is going to contain a Fairy Formation, and it'll be the only rare, but it will have a Spectral Sailor coming in the anime with a Fairy Vandal, Military Intelligence, Memorial to Genius, Soul Reed, followed by a Merfolk Pupil, Mystic Skyfish, Fury's Protege, the Tome Anime, Steel Gaze Griffin with the Mantle of the Tides, Leave in the Dust, and the Thriving Isle. And I'm always checking the back there just to see if there is, any, I don't know, misplacement of something in addition to the basic lands. You never know, right? Machines put these cards in these packs. Who knows what the quality control process is like? I'm sure they have one, but you never know what they're going to slip in there. All right, so we got ourselves our first white theme here. We got ourselves a Law, and behind it we're going to see Gideon, Champion of Justice, coming in as a mythic with a Magnanimous Magistrate and Arrest. With a Righteousness, then we're going to see an Unquestioned Authority, Gideon's Lawkeeper, Ninth Bridge Patrol, Kami of Ancient Law with a Midnight Guard. Then we get the Night Guard Patrol, Sky Hunter Patrol, an Angelic Edict, then the Thriving Heath, and the Plains. All right, there you go. Our first white theme. I think we've now seen a theme from every single color. That's good. Plus, we got the one mythic colorless. All right, our next theme is going to be a treasure. We've already seen treasure once before, so let's see if it's a repeat. So we got Captain Lannery Storm, which means this is a different variant. And we're going to see a Sozekan Smelter with a Blood Aspirant, a Rapacious Dragon, Trove of Temptation, the Gold Hound, Dutiful Replicator, the Brazen Freebooter, with the Ripscale Predator, Sudden Breakthrough, Gold Vein Pick, Welding Sparks, and the Thriving Bluff with the Mountains. All right, so that's 2 variants of treasure and 2 variants of goblins, but no exact duplication. But that can happen. Don't let our inability to get a true duplicate sway you from thinking that you can't get it. All right, so we got ourselves a Fiery here out of red, and this is going to contain an Ogre Battlecaster with a Chandra's Praling, and then we're going to see Chandra Spitfire, Coldborn Entity, Cone of Flame with a Blister Spit Gremlin, Vishino Pyromancer, Wildfire Elemental, the Pillar of Flame, Thrill of Possibility. Then we're going to see the Searing Spear with a Fiery Intervention, a Thriving Bluff, and the Mountains. And the anime, or I guess it's the anime, are coming back in the Foundation's Jumpstart. So some of the anime commons and uncommons in Jumpstart 2022 are the most valuable cards. So I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be the case in the next Foundations. So we got ourselves Fangs here out of black, and this is going to contain Tavish or Tavash Gloom Summoner coming in as our rare, with an Oathsworn Vampire coming in from the anime, with Blood Artist coming in from the anime, and the Oathsworn Vampire just being anime inspired. But this card right here, valued almost at $3. Then we got a Blood Bond Vampire, an Ancient Craving, the Creeping Bloodsucker again, another $5 common for us. Then we're going to see the Vampire Envoy, Marauding Blight Priest with a Nirkana Assassin, Moment of Craving. Then we got the Ill-Gotten Inheritance with a Certain Death, and the Thriving Moor with our Swamps. All right, so we'll, I guess, put Fangs over there. So many different themes and so many different variants of the themes. All right, we got ourselves another white one here. We got Constellation coming in with an Archon of Sun's Grace. Really fun card to play with if you like enchantments. Then we're going to see a Sage's Reverie, Blessed Spirits, followed by a Favored of Ironis, Spectral Steel, Chains of Custody, the Glory Bearers. Then we're going to see the Transcendent Envoy, Captivating Unicorn, Forced Worship with a Pious Wayfarer, Spirited Companion, and the Thriving Heath. And there's our Plains. All right. How many more we got? I think we're down to about 8, maybe 9. And then, of course, we'll be doing the MTG Box Analysis at the end. All right, another one out of white here. We got ourselves Knights. And this is going to contain the Circle of Loyalty coming in as a mythic kit for us. And behind that, we're going to see Balin Wandering Knight coming in, still valued over $8 in the anime treatment. The non-anime version of Balin is somewhere under $1, but the anime over $1. Then we got Danitha with a Quenda Pride Ephemerith, Sir Alan the Lion's Claw, the Hero's Blade, Chains of Custody, Order of the Golden Cricket, Shining Armor. Then we're going to see a Jousting Lance with a Banalish Honor Guard, Sky Hunter Prowler, and the Thriving Heath with our standard planes in the back. All right, very cool. So more value for us in that particular theme. I really want to at least get a Chance of the Rhystic Study. So we got ourselves a merfolk here. No chance in this one, but we are going to see Svylum Sea and Sky coming in as a mythic for us. Then we're going to see a synchronized eviction with a Marrow Rejuri. Then we're going to see a River Sneak with Wind Rider Patrol, Merfolk Pupil, a Soul Reed. Then we've got a Triton Shore Stalker, Water Trap Weaver, Saltwater Stalwart, One with the Wind, a Crashing Tide, and the Thriving Isle with our standard islands in the back there. All right. Try and put some of these a little bit closer together so I can make a little more room. Let's go and move Fiery right up here. That way you can kind of get an idea of how much variety you actually get inside of one of these Jumpstart boxes. All right, so we got ourselves Wolves coming in out of green, and this is going to contain the Night Pack Ambusher with a Mild-Mannered Librarian, Briar Pack Alpha. Then we got the Wolf Willow Haven, Arlen, Voice of the Pack, Anime Planeswalker, with a Pestilent Wolf, Ferocious Pup, Bounding Wolf. Then we've got a Spectral Hunt Caller with a Flourishing Hunter, Prey Upon, followed by a Howl of the Hunt, and a Thriving Grove with our forest there in the back. All right, we are down to 5 more theme packs. I bet we'll see one more duplicate theme before this is over. Ooh, okay, we have a 50-50 shot of seeing the number 2 card, the Ristic Study. So if you get the good version of Go to School, it's valued over $40. If you get the bad version, well, it's probably valued under $5. So let's see what we got here. We got the bad version. So we got Baron Tellarian Archmage coming in as our rare, and that'll be the only rare, so we're not going to see the Ristic Study. We get the Biblioplex Kraken, Cosmina Enigma Mentor with a Dismiss, Overwhelmed Apprentice, Merfolk Pupil, Wizard Mentor, Tragic Lesson, Elite Instructor, Tellarian Sentinel with an Academy Journey Mage, Bury in the Books, and a Thriving Isle. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I kind of wanted a chance at it, but I was also hoping that we would actually convert and actually see a really valuable card. So we got 4 more themes to go. Doesn't mean we can't see another Go to School, or heck, even a Rats. But instead we're going to see Boneyard, and this is going to contain a Shadowborn Demon as a mythic with a Graveblade Marauder coming in as a rare, an Ossuary Rats. Then we're going to see a Stitcher Supply in the anime with Liliana's Elite, Necrotic Wound, Suspicious Shambler, Ghoul's Feast, Walking Ghoul with a Goring Vulture, Moodmark Painter, Corpse Churn, and the Thriving Moor in the back there. Yep, just swaps. Thought I saw something a little bit different. All right, put that one right over there. 3 more themes. All right, we got ourselves Elves coming in out of green. And this is going to contain the Elvish War Master, followed by Dwayne's Elite, Reclamation Sage, Primeval Herald, an Elven Bow, a Reckless Amplimancer. We're going to see an Elvish Rejuvenator, Ivy Lane Denizen, Elderleaf Mentor, Might of the Masses, Roots of Wisdom with a Band Together, and the Thriving Grove in the back there. All right, 2 more chances to see a really valuable theme. Crossing my fingers. I think we're probably doing okay, though. Although, you really want to just knock it out of the park. Well, we got Ferocious. This is not going to knock it out of the park. Let's see what we got here. So we got Goreclaw, Terror of Calcisma coming in. It is valued over $1. And then we're going to see a Nessian Hornbeetle with a Challenger Troll, Roar of the Challenge, Colossal Majesty, Islithan Caryatid, Drowsing Tyrannodon, Giant Ladybug, followed by a Gaia's Protector, Spectral Hunt Caller. Then we're going to see a Rosethorn Halberd with a Savage Punch, a Thriving Grove, and our forests. All right, so we're down to our final theme. What will it be? Let's find out. Dun, dun, dun. It is dragons coming in out of red. Very cool. So Dragons contains Lathis Dragon Queen coming in, valued over $5. And then right behind it, we're going to see ourselves Dragon's Horde, another rare valued over $1, with a Dragon Lord Servant, Dragon Speaker Shaman, Furnished Whelp, Dragon Mage. Then we're going to see Kargon Dragon Rider, Plundering Predator, Spark Tongue Dragon with a Scorching Dragon Fire, Tormenting Voice, Sarkhan's Rage, a Thriving Bluff, and there is our Mountains. All right, there you go. So that is a Jumpstart 2022 box. So stay tuned. Here comes the MTG Box Analysis. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.